Hello, I'm Charles. Today we're going to be talking about the Crosman 761XL multi-pump BB/pellet rifle. Now, there aren't many videos out there on these because I don't think there's really that many out there. Similar to the Crosman 760, but different. Now, just for comparison's sake, the 760 first variant came out between 1966 and 1970. The second variant came out from 71 to 74. This first variant of the 761XL came out sometime between 1972 and 1978. Now, there was a third variant of the 760 that was between 74 and 75, and then the fifth variant was 1977 to 1980. So this would have come out when the fifth variant of the 760 came out. There was a second variant which was sometime between 1978 and 1980, and it was a manual cocker, which this is an auto cocker. Which the difference being with a manual cocker, when you pull the bolt back, you actually have to, it's like compressing a spring so that when you pull the trigger, a hammer goes forward and hits the valve and lets the air out. In an automatic cocker, what's happening is there's pressure being built up every time you pump, and the more pumps you have, the harder it is to actually pull the trigger, because when you're pulling the trigger, you're releasing the air in that valve. So the more air pressure there is in that valve, the harder it is to pull the trigger. So it can actually get uncomfortable, the pressure wise, and the pull is so much harder. It would make accuracy a bit different. But anyway, this variant here, I'm not sure if they all did, but this one does have a rifled barrel. I know on some of the 760s, some will be rifled and some will not. But this one is a rifle barrel, wood stock, or pump handle and wood stock, and with the plastic butt plate. Now I did see some, and they did come all with this gold receiver. It's I guess like a copper or brass plated receiver. Just something different, something shiny. It does flake off after time, and finding some with perfect receivers is hard to do, especially around where you would be touching it, like around where the trigger is and everything. I did find an advertisement saying it was back in 1978. These were going for $48, which with an inflation calculator that would make it in 2020 money $198. Now for comparison, the same ad that I saw, it was like an old magazine ad in 1978 for a 760 was $36, which in today's dollars would be $141. So this was more expensive than a 760 at the time. So it does have adjustable for height rear sight, just a fixed front sight. Now the advertisement I did see said that it had a hooded front sight, and this one does have like a dovetail on the sight, but there's no hood. Didn't have a hood when I bought it secondhand. Cross bolt safety, has the bolt action to load the pellets, or if you pull it all the way back, you actually load a BB. A little BB like magazine here in the top. Holds I think about 10 rounds, and then on this side there's a little trap door where you can load BBs in, and a 180 round reservoir. And to get the BBs into the magazine, you turn it upside down and pull this little thumb handle thing, a little shake shake shake, and that loads the BBs up into this magazine. So then when you cock the bolt, the magnet tip on the front of the bolt will actually catch the BB and push it in. Then you pump at least 2 times up to 10, disengage the safety, and fire. Also found the gun's similar but not exactly the same. And there's not much information to find on these, but this is a Revelation. It's made for Western Auto Supply Company by Crosman. So Western Auto back in the day would get custom guns. I think I've even seen some shotguns and rifles that would say for Western Auto by whatever. This one has a smooth bore barrel, non-height adjustable on the rear sight, and of course just the black receiver. It is pellet and BB, a little bit different on the knob, but it also is the automatic cocking. So I think this is the actual version of the 760. They have the same type pump grip, still a wood stock, but no butt plate on this. And something I did not point out on the 761 XL, it does have what I would call like a, I guess a beaver tail would be what you'd say, but it's more of a triangle shape. So nice and comfortable as far as pumping. I'll have some velocities. I forgot what they were, but they're going to be up on the screen. I did some with pellets and some with BBs. So this one, I did reseal it. If you haven't seen my resealing video, I replaced some parts in here because when I got it, it was just leaking air when you'd pump it. So, not sure what the original velocities were or advertised, but I'm getting some pretty consistent ones out of this since it's been resealed. If you've had a 761 XL or one of these Revelations in the past, I would like to hear about it in the comments. And also a shout out to Kevin on YouTube from the UK. Sounds like he wanted to see a video on this, so hopefully I've included everything he wanted to see. And Malibu Guy for commenting about the scope. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Alright, this is the 761 XL with BBs, 10 pumps. 536. $542. $546. $542. Say $540. That sounds good.